My name is Anna Caroline, and this is my IT516 Week 5 walkthrough presentation. In this video, I will be demonstrating my travel blog website build using React and Next.js and deploy publicly through Vercel. I walk through the live application, demonstrate the interactive functionality, and explain the decisions made throughout the project. So this project is a responsive travel blog website designed to present travel destinations and related content in a clean, organized, and interactive format. The large audience for the website is users interested in discovering travel destinations and accessing travel-related information across desktop and mobile devices. I chose this project because it's allowed me to combine several important front-end concepts into one deployed application, including semantic HTML structure, responsive CSS design, JavaScript interactivity, and React component. The application is built using React and Next.js and deployed publicly using Vercel, meaning the project is hosted in a live production environment rather than running only locally on my computer. This means users can access the application through a public production URL in the same way they would interact with a real-world deployed web application. From a technical perspective, when a user visits the website through a browser, the request is handled through the hosting platform. The interface is generated through the React and Next application structure, and JavaScript manages interactive behavior directly within the browser. This creates a full fronted web application workflow from deployment to user interaction. The project also includes two interactive features developed throughout earlier stages of the course: a light and dark mode theme and contact form validation systems. Next, I will walk through the live deployed website and demonstrate the functionality. So this is the homepage of the travel blog website. The interface is designed to present travel content clearly while maintaining a modern and responsive layout structure. The layout is organized using reusable React components instead of repeating the same code across multiple sections. For example, these destination cards are rendered dynamically using your reusable components and props. Instead of manually creating each section, one reusable structure is used multiple times with different data. Building each card individually using static HTML but reusable components create a more scalable and maintainable, especially as the project grows. One of the main interactive features in the project is the theme toggle systems. This allows users to switch between light mode and dark mode depending on their viewing preference or environment. From a user experience perspective, this improves accessibility and personalization. Some users prefer darker interfaces in low light environments, while others prefer lighter themes during daytime uses. Technically, this feature uses React state management to automatically update the interface whenever the theme changes. I consider it continuing with direct DOM manipulating using vanilla JavaScript, such as classlist.toggle, but as the project became more component-based, React State Management provided a clearly and more scalable solution. The selected theme is also stored using local storage, so the preference remains saved even after refreshing the page. The website is also designed to work across multiple screen sizes, including mo- mobile, tablet, and desktop service. The layout automatically adjusts spacing, typography, navigation, positioning, and content organization depending on the viewport size. Instead of building completely separate layouts for each device type, responsive CSS techniques were used to create a flexible interface that adapts automatically. This approach improves usability while also reducing maintenance complexity. This is the contact page, which includes the second interact features from validation. The form validates user input before submission to help ensure data accuracy and improve usability. For example, the form checks whether required fields are completed, whether the email format is valid, and whether the phone number meets minimum requirements before allowing successful submission. Once valid information is entered, the application displays a success message directly within the interface without reloading the page. This demonstrates event-driven interactivity and state-driven rendering within React. Accessibility was also considered throughout the interface using HTML structure and organized from labeling to improve usability for both users and technologies. After building the core functionality, the next major focus was creating a structure that it would remain and scalable as the application expanded. That led to several important decisions. So one major architecture decision involved using semantic HTML elements instead of relying on generic containers. For example, meaningful structural elements such as sections, forms, headers, navigation areas, and articles were used throughout the application. So building the layout primarily with generic containers because it can sometimes feel faster, but semantic HTML creates a clearer structure for the browser, search engines, and assistive technologies such as screen readers. This improves accessibility and overall organization. So the second architecture decision focused on the design system and responsive styling strategy. The project uses a consistent spacing system, typography, reusable button styles, and share visual patterns to maintain consistency across all pages. I also implemented responsive breakpoints so the interface adapts cleanly across desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. Designing separate interfaces for different devices, but responsive CSS provided a more efficient and maintainable solution while still maintaining usability across screen sizes. The third architectural decision involved transitioning from vanilla JavaScript interacting into React-based state management and component-driven architecture. Earlier implementations relied more heavily on direct DOM manipulation, such as query selector and class list.toggle. As increased manually, managing multiply UI updates became more difficult to maintain. I consider continuing with vanilla JavaScript JavaScript, but React provided a more scalable approach through reusable components and automatic UI updates based on application state. For example, instead of manually updating the interface after every interaction, React automatically re-renders affected components whenever state change occur. So the fourth architectural decision focus on component organization and state placement. The application is divided into reusable components such as the navigating bar, footer, destination cards, and contact form components. State is managed inside the components that directly depend on it. For example, the team toggle component manages team related state, while the contact form component manages validation and form input state. I consider it placing more logic globally, but keeping state localized inside relevant components, reduce unnecessary complexity, and improve modularity. One decision I would change moving forward would be planning the reusable component structure earlier during the development. Some sections initially started as more static layouts before later being refactored into reusable component based structures. If I restart the project, I would spend more time designing the component hierarchy and state organization early in development to reduce later restructuring. One aspect of the project that I am most proud of is successfully interacting responsive design, reusable React components, and interact features into a single deployed application. The next phase of the project would focus on expecting scalability, improving component reuse further, and the strength maintainability as the application grows. Thank you for watching my IT516 Week 5 walkthrough presentation. This walkthrough demonstrates the live deployed application, responsive design, implementation, interactive functionality, and the architectural decision behind the project. Thank you.